Welcome to the show. Is it my turn? Is it your turn?
I don't remember.
Whatever. Welcome to the show. I'm Dave.
I'm Chris.
Let's look under the dial. So, week 3.
Week 3.
Battle
the road to
report.
NAS. Battle report.
Yes.
Interesting night tonight. This
Yes.
week.
We
It was
played-
a 3-for-all. A 3-for-all.
Yeah, that's it.
A 3-for-all.
We played. I played a couple games today. I lost quite horribly twice, but the last match I won, and specifically I won with the team that we're here to talk about. So,
Yes.
things are going quite well. I'm playing the Shredder that we've been speaking about each of these weeks, who's making the illusions.
Really held his own this week.
I played Medusa. I played Earth-X Cap Resilient, the title cap. Exospecs was on the Shredder, and the Goblin Glider was on Cap. And I made a mistake, but I still think it works. I still think
I think this and this is an inspired combo, especially with some hypersonic action.
Yeah, correct. So the Cap gets hypersonic, which really, really opens up his possibilities. And being able to then put him back where you want after to give him defend to the right spots is a lot of really cool bits and pieces there. The Medusa, which we still need to confirm. I'm a little bit confused by the wording on the card.
Yeah, so the movement power states she can carry 2 characters when she does her free phasing move that share keywords. Now we assume that means that share keywords with her and it's just an omission, but does it mean instead that the characters she's carrying have to share keywords, so that they both have to be?
I'll put the wording up on the screen and you can let us know in the comments below. It doesn't make a lot of sense if it meant that the 2 people she carries have to share keywords.
Yeah.
It might be the way that they've hindered the ability, because it's really, really good. It's moving 3 squares, carrying 2 people, and it's a free action.
But I feel like if it was they have to share abilities, she'd be a rare, not an SR. So as an SR, I feel like she's well costed if it's 2 characters who share it with her. So in this instance, Cap has Earth-X, Shredder has Ruler, so she can carry them both. If it is the other way and they have to share keywords, then this obviously won't work.
This isn't going to work.
However, I'd argue you could get away with having Medusa carrying Shredder and Cap doing his own thing with the glider.
Correct.
So
That's exactly right.
It's not a deal breaker, but it makes it more convenient if they're together.
So I mean, most of the game went along the lines you'd think. The Batpog picked up the Exospecs, gave him to Shredder. Shredder used it for flurry a lot of the time. I didn't get a chance. I was going to use it for sidestep here and there, but it never actually came up, mostly because Medusa can kind of place him where he needs to be. So I never found myself, 2 squares out or 1 square out or whatever, which was something that I was actually planning for, which is why I had the Cap, because he can also +1 and make the friendly characters move 1 square for free. So in my mind I was planning on giving Shredder all this extra movement, but it didn't actually come up, so I don't know if it's as necessary, but I'll probably have to play it again to try it.
But there is a lot of mobility in this team, irrespective of that. I mean, her free move, the free TK.
Yes.
Every man and their dog has flight near enough.
Sorry, I was trying to say the Batpog picked up the Exospecs, and she is supposed to TK the item next to Cap. So you free move and then free TK the item over. You're within the 5 squares pretty easily to be able to do that, and then next turn he can just equip and be carried again, and you move away and do what you need to do. Whereas Cap Resilient was so great this game though.
Oh, he was brilliant.
I didn't get hit once. I took no damage. I even used the ultimate, the -3 ability to knock.
Did you use it twice?
I used it once, but I could have used it twice. It's just that it's a power action, so you really are stuck doing it once a turn. Obviously, it would be nice if I could chain them together like that. It'd be great just to KO a character over and over again.
Well, it would fit with the theme of like Vulture and Venom Spider-Man in this set, where they're all kill someone and move on.
That's exactly right. So I don't know. I think the team's working pretty well so far. Obviously, Giant Girl, I'm finding less and less use for this, to be honest. And this might end up sitting in a bank where maybe it's just better to take an ID card. I don't know.
Admittedly, with Giant Girl in this game, she was up against some pretty heavy reduction opposition position. So for instance, the third player in our game, James, ran the SR Prime Destroyer Thor, who has invincible for like the whole dial, where nothing can touch it. James is giving us a thumbs up off camera. And it's something like that, where the Destroyer Thor was, I think, the biggest threat on the table. You wouldn't be able to punch it with Giant Girl. However, she kicked some other ass elsewhere. She got tied up down one end of the map. So I don't know if it's entirely that she's not useful. I think in this scenario...
Yes, right, this game, but also the last game I played, I never used her. She just got knocked out. And anyway, I'm not saying that she's out of the team. I think it's 10 points. It's really not that big of a deal. But I'm worried that there actually isn't any replacement other than an ID card. Because if you go 10 points is another item, but I can't squeeze another item in on this game.
No.
I've got too many as is, and it's hard enough to use my turns to get them equipped. So I don't actually know. ID card would be the only thought that I have.
I mean, a couple of those potentially, or a card and a henchman.
Yeah, maybe. I just don't, like, he's making his own henchmen, right? That's they're free, they don't cost any points to die, I can push them, I can tie them up, they got plasticity, they're kind of...
Or maybe another object?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, what do I put in here? Anyway.
Beetle pod?
Something to think about. I mean, but Medusa's going to have it then, right?
Yeah, Medusa could benefit from it.
Maybe.
5, 6.
Maybe. And I had Superman on the sideline, just that's why he's here. I feel like you just have every one of these on the sideline if you've got one, because I roll crit fail and then I put a free figure in. So
which happened to me. I rolled in Super Friends Batman, who didn't do too badly.
Man, the prop was good.
The prop was good. The smoke cloud was good. The outwit of the outwit was good.
Yeah.
He was holding on. So if you're gonna remove Giant Girl, what do you think Dave should put in to replace it? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, it is exactly 10 points. Like, this team is spot on 300 as is, so it'd be 10 points. I mean, you could mix it around a little bit. Like, I potentially could lose the Exospecs. That would make it 22 points free, and that's a lot more options. Although the Exospecs did get me the Flurry, and the Flurry was great.
Well, if that's what you're after, you could ditch the specs and put on the Octopus Arms for Flurry, ignoring, hindering, and elevated, and Giant Reach too.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. There's a lot of options. I think the other thing that we need to talk about is that Octopus Arms. I have a Flash, God of Death, and I really think, and I've been seeing online a lot of people talking about the piece with the arms. I think I want to give that a go. That does not fit in this team, though.
No, that'd have to be a whole other...
That'd have to be a different kind of kettle of fish, and that might be something to look at, again, a bit later. It really depends. We're still confused whether or not what sets are rotating out halfway through the year, because if this is, the Nats build, some sets are going to not exist. As far as I'm aware, all of these things will be fine for Nats, but who knows about the Flash. I could be wrong. If you do know if there's a maths to this that we don't realize, please tell us.
We've worked out, we think Avengers Defenders War is probably out, and then obviously everything from then up to Superior Foes and the Civil War, okay?
Yeah.
So ADW is probably out, but does that mean that What If and Elseworlds are gone too, or is it just going to be every 2017 set?
By my thoughts, it should be everything that was in the second half of 2017 stays, because it would be till the second half of 2019, right? That would be 2 years, but I could be wrong. If it's not 2 years, some sets changed set differently. Who knows?
Yeah, but if you know, let us know below, because we are not sure.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. Otherwise, all going well, and this is the third version of the team.
Yeah, current version of the team is pretty solid.
I think no matter what happens, he's going to be every single team, regardless. Just
why wouldn't you put it in? That's for sure.
Cool.
All right, that's it.
Until next time.
Ben.